G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more of our Legacy, is it Legacy? I can't remember now. Legacy of the Dragonborn, yes. Legacy of the Dragonborn, Guildmaster of the Explorers Society. Man, that is a mouthful. I have tried loading a mod which is supposed to brighten things up in here, and it has not worked. So I am a little disappointed about how bright it is. Maybe when we leave and come back in, it might be a bit different. We shall see. We have lots of stuff to sell, which is, well, not lots of stuff, but we have some stuff to sell. We might as well. Yes, I put all this stuff in here. And this sell pile is not activated yet because when it is, there is a chest right here. A little, one of the little chests, that the money goes into. And so it is not activated for us just yet. I think we need to get some more, potentially some more levels or something. So if I want to sell all of that, I really need to get my chest out and put it all in the chest and take it somewhere to sell it, because I'm not going to be able to sell it. I'm not going to be able to do anything with it sitting in here. I can go into the Explorers Guild and try and sell it there, which is what I plan to do. And then if that's no good, I will go to where? Let's just, I can't favor that item. I wish I could. I need to get it either out of my inventory or in a position where I don't inadvertently sell it. Or put it into chests and then sell it. Whatever. Anyway, we're going to try and sell everything either here or in the shops in Solitude or in Whiterun. And then the next step is to head to Riverwood so that we can go and do the Bleak Falls Barrow. I thought we had done it, but we have not. Getting confused with my test run that I did the other day. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of all of those soul gems. I keep doing that. I wish there was a way to say, don't, you know, confirm that you really want to move something that is favorited. And then I did that again. I thought I was right-clicking it to equip it. Don't mind me, it's been a long day. Okay. I've got to set that as number 1 again, and there we go. Right, let's banish the chest. It's the middle of the night, so let's just quickly come upstairs here and sleep for 8 hours. Right. I feel like it's a little bit brighter in some areas, not others. Yeah, this looks a little bit brighter. Maybe this mod that I loaded is doing something. No, I want to go over to the Explorer Society, don't I? And see if I can sell anything to the Quartermaster. I believe that's what she is. Yeah.
How's your day faring? I've got some things you'll never find anywhere else.
Yeah, I thought that was showing me a different backpack there for a moment. Yeah, chest. Search. Take all. Talk. Sell.
I've got some things you'll never find anywhere else.
Okay, that's good. So you apparently have stuff that no one else will have. What have you got in here? Nothing. I would like a mage's backpack. You've got one with a bedroll. I don't really want the one with the bedroll, but I'll buy it anyway. I wish you had some health potions. That would be nice. And yeah, you don't really have much at all.
Good luck.
Let's banish that. Let's oh, there was a whole heap of stuff I couldn't sell to you. Oh, man. Alright.
Yeah? What can I do for you, Guildmaster? Well, I mostly help Ariana move her inventory around. And Professor Marassi or Orion in whatever they need in prepping for a dig. But now that you mention it, I do have some extra time on my hands. And I have a little knack that might help you. If you bring me 5 samples of any type of ore, I can prospect them for you. I can usually find another trace ore type or a gem that most other people would overlook and lose in the smelting process. If I do find one, it will derive from one of the samples, so you'll get 4 of them back and a new element, which is usually of a bit of variety. Just let me know.
Yeah, not interested.
Good. What can I help you with?
Go out and excavate, please.
Back in a few days.
Ooh. We got some fragments. Very nice. Who else is here?
All right then.
And you're sleeping. Well, I'll let you sleep for the moment. Do I want to... What's in the expedition perk tree? Hack it in rank 1. Hack it in rank 2. Increase carrying capacity. No, that really doesn't sound all that. Quartermaster. Benefactor. Merchants pay higher prices for your ware. Would you like to purchase this perk? Yes, please. I don't have any more to spend. Alright. Let's head out. And of course, I forgot the level. Let's do that. Magica. I almost feel like I should be putting this point into restoration, but I'm going to put it into apprentice destruction. And we'll do restoration later, but what that's going to mean is I can unfavor elemental flare and go for elemental bolt now, which only costs slightly more. Oh, and doesn't really do... Well, I suppose that's a total of 30 points damage overall, and that's 40 points for an increase of 4 points. So... guess that's reasonable. Which means that's going to be our number 2. There we go.
Yes?
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many...
Yes?
Biren. Some might call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Ooh, I shouldn't sell that, really. Oh, and those I should have put away. We might just go back. And put those things away correctly. Do you have any potions of minor healing? And I'll even take that plentiful healing off your hands. Thank you very much. And we'll go and see if the apothecary has similar.
You're a traveler, correct? Wonderful. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help. Well, I guess it was a... so you're an alchemist then?
Okay. That should do me for quite a while, I would think. I expect I'm picking up some more potions on the run through
Yes.
Bleakfall Barrow as well. Let's just quickly come back into the Dragonborn gallery. I have some fragments to put away. Oh, and the bottomless backpack. Yes, yes. So the fragments go in there.
What time is it? I haven't seen the sky all day. Yes? What is it? Fantastic then.
Oops, wanted to go up to here and put the backpack away. Is the safe house still dark? Yeah, it is. You have to do something to turn those on? I don't know. Not like there's a switch around here. I mean, I know I can open and close the curtains, but there is like a bright spot over here, but there's actually no... Oh! You can actually turn on those. Well, that's not so bad now. Why would they not have those on by default? I think I've got the other stuff that I didn't want. No, where did I put? Oh, it'll be upstairs, that's right. And I'm pretty sure it was in this desk here, and it was. I don't know if I really want to take the Dwemer compass with me. Even though it weighs nothing, it's in my inventory, and it just annoys me. Yeah, that guy has very weird eyes. All right. Actually, I think if I use the Dwemer compass... Gallery. Well, I do have Whiterun as a location I can teleport to. That's going to make things a little bit quicker. G'day, how you doing? Oh, actually, can I go into... I can't go into... Oh. No, I haven't done... I haven't got the Bleak Falls Barrow yet, so...
Makes me more than a little nervous.
I want to just come in quickly and have a look and see if Farengar's got the Mages Focus spell that I am interested in. If not, after we do Bleak Falls Barrow, we might go back to the College of Winterhold and progress the quest a little bit. Talk to...
City's closed with the dragons about. Official, fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Oh, that's right. I've got to do all of this where we talk about going and getting the thing from Bleak Falls Barrow. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I'll go to Whiterun, talk to... God, I'm terrible with names. The alteration trainer in Whiterun, who's the guy who gives you your first quest, and see if he's got the Mage's Focus spell. Mage stuff, yeah, the mage guy, that one. Why can I not think of his name? Anyway. Yes, this is a new playthrough. This is the Legacy of the Dragonborn mod. I did a playthrough. I started a playthrough of this a while ago. But this time we're starting as... this time we are starting as the Guild Master of the Explorers Society. Does he have Mage Focus? He doesn't! He doesn't have Mage Focus? Hang on. There's a body somewhere that has it. Now, where was it? Oh. Exactly where we're going. Bleak Falls Barrow.
What's the meaning of this Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then.
Actually, I'm not going to talk to them yet. I'm just going to go and do this in Bleak Falls Barrow and continue on. The body I'm looking for is not in Bleak Falls Barrow, but it is, I think, in the tower that you go to that's right there. So let's just travel to Riverwood. And it's 3 in the afternoon. All well and good. Ah, the fire in the loading screen is because if I'll save to doubly make sure. If we go back to the main menu, I have a new menu screen that is based on the Legacy of the Dragonborn mod. So all of the transition screens are themed around the Legacy of the Dragonborn, including this intro music is different as well. I don't know what the fire symbolizes really, but it's just something different. I think yeah. I already killed the wolf up here. So we'll put that away. G'day, St. Salvius, how you doing? Damn it. I was hoping to get his soul. There we go. I got a few black soul gems there, so I can get some nice grand souls out of that. Well, that's no good. Ooh. Locked. There we go. How come I didn't get that soul? I thought I had... Oh. Okay. How all three of those got filled in one go, I don't know, but I guess I shouldn't complain. This is the body I was talking about. This has the Mage's Focus spell on it, which is exactly what I need. Mage's Focus. Oops, I should have done that, and then gone here to Mage's Focus and favorite, and then let's put that, I think I want that on my 5 slot. Let's use it right now. There we go. And we're all good. Grab all of your stuff. Don't even bother looking at it, because it's all just going to be junk anyway. Okay. Well, you get a free day out of it. So I guess that's a plus, isn't it? Go. Staff for Hasadoki is I mean, it is useful to me, but at the same time, I don't have many soul gems to fill at the moment, so it seems like a bit of... Why did I pick up that arrow when I was looking for the body? Where did you go? You're hiding over there. Where did I blow that guy? Oh, the guy fell down there. Right. Oh, I've got lots of interesting spells at the moment. So these two spells here, these are the elemental blasts. They're part of 4 elemental spells that are part of the Creation Club content, and they are the most OP destruction spells in the game. They cost more magicka to cast, but they essentially do damage in all 3 elements. So they do fire, frost, and shock damage. Now, right now, I'm using my unlock spell to try and unlock this strongbox. So this unlock spell is part of a spell that, as part of a mod, that's actually available in the game mod list, not on Nexus mods. The other spell that I was using, Mages Focus, it's a spell that for, I think it's 10 minutes, improves your magicka regen and slightly decreases the spell cost of all spells. I believe I have a list of all the mods that I'm using down below. I don't think that was Apocalypse mods. That was a separate mod. That was just called Mages Focus, that mod. I also have a Conjure Chest mod. And what else do I have? Oh, and some teleport. 3 mods that allow you to teleport to cities, towns, and to the different factions like College of Winterhold. Things like that. I should really be doing that. And I've also got a floating torch mod, which, as you can see there, is quite nice. Let's get the and this is the Staff of Hasadoki, which is from the Creation Club content. And quite frankly, it's pretty OP too, even though it doesn't do any damage. It's a permanent ward, which costs nothing, so it protects you from spell damage. And where's the axe? There it is. I missed it. And it also has a knockback spell that it casts, which also does soul trapping. Oh, he dodged it. Okay. But yes, there's a list of all the spell mods in the About page down below. For all of the mods, basically. And because we're playing Legacy of the Dragonborn, there will also be some other spells that are available. I do have this... there was a backpack which gave me like 500 carry weight, which looked terrible, so I got rid of it. There's also this Dwemer compass, which can sort of teleport you around a little bit. And I believe there used to be another chest spell available in this mod as well, but I haven't seen it yet, so we'll have to, hopefully it comes around eventually, in which case I'll get rid of the chest I'm using and use that one, because I think I liked it better previously when I played with it. It's actually an interesting start to the Legacy of the Dragonborn if you play as a mage, because when you start the playthrough, it actually doesn't matter whether you start as just a normal person or whether you start as the Guildmaster of the Explorer Society. Either way, oops. Either way, when you start up in the mod, it basically assumes you're going to be a... Okay, I haven't used the mysticism mod. I should look into it more. I was basically looking for, well, a bunch of different things previously, but I wanted something to teleport. I did the last little playthrough that I did, which didn't finish, but I got to a point where I thought I was doing pretty well, was a survival playthrough as a mage. So I had mods that gave me warmth. I had the teleport mods. About the only thing I couldn't do was actually have a spell that created food or removed fatigue. There was a mod which was supposed to be a spell which removed fatigue, but the spell did not seem to be available in the game. I don't know what the deal was with it. But yeah, it just didn't seem to be available. Rightio. Oh, you should hear some of these pops. Oh. Oh, I don't have dual casting for alteration yet. That's why it's not lasting very long. Silly me. All right. Actually, let's get flames in the left hand because it's easier to get through all of those flames with flames. Grab that. Grab that. Okay, carrying too much, so let's get the chest out. And start putting stuff away. I keep that so I can put a bigger soul in that. Oops. All right. Chest be gone. To the flame. It's better. Come on. And there we go. And the bug. The slightly annoying little bug. Let me just, I don't know, for some reason I want to get rid of all of these. The bug I'm talking about is the fact that sometimes when you use Hasadoki's staff and knock down an opponent, after you kill them, they stand back up and start walking in place. I don't understand why, but it is a bug that I have noticed. Technically, I still have the rolling luggage, the mobile luggage, but I decided not to learn the spell because it didn't really... I mean, it's nice, but I don't know. For some reason, I just didn't want to use it, so it's back in the library at the museum. I can pull it out and read it at any time, but at the moment, it's just in the library. My Mage's Focus is almost gone. Let's renew that. No, that. There we go. Actually, let's get the light as well. That. Oh, are any of these going to have anything in them? That would be a no. All right. It's one down. Okay, he got past these guys. I don't want that sword. I'll take the petty soul gem, but I don't want the rest. What have you got? Gold, thank you. Oh, we got that screen tearing again today. And what the deal is. Let me try something. That seems better. Oh no. Then it goes worse again. Oh wow, you're still alive. First thing that's taken more than 2 of those to take down. Don't want that. No. Let's just do that. Come on. There we go. Take those. Don't want that. Take that. Oh, yeah. Okay. That. All right. Oh, good. Yeah. It's doing pretty well, isn't it? And I'm not even at the point yet where I've got infinite destruction ability. Because this is only the second level, you know, the apprentice level destruction spell. Oops. I need the unlock again. Well, I'm not sure what a halbitz is, but I'm assuming it's, you know, something that hits hard. Gold, very nice. Ah, yes. I figured it was something like that. Why did I do that? Yep, I'm going to need an unlock spell. Right. I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought most militaries would use. Well, what I'm saying is I would have thought most militaries would not be using cannon anymore, because they would all be trying to shoot at things that were further away than they can see, just because if you can see them, they can see you. I know that, you know, cannons and the like, artillery pieces, if you like, are not only used to shell other artillery pieces, but I would have thought overall it was safer if you're shooting at something that is further away than you can directly see. I mean, I know it makes it harder then for you to, you know, determine how close you've hit, how close to the target, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, how far away? Where the hell is he? No, he's dead. He took enough damage from that fall that he died. There he is right there in the water. I have not seen the staff of Hasadoki do that good a job at a boss like that. That was quite spectacular. This is just at a standard difficulty on Adept. I did consider actually bumping up the difficulty. And I'm starting to... because I have played around a little bit, but I've only done it with melee builds. I've played around a little bit with playing higher levels, higher difficulties. But I might do a playthrough soon where I go up to maybe master or expert. Sorry, expert or master. Well, I killed that boss quickly because I yeeted him over the edge of the cliff and he died from fall damage. Isn't it amazing how quickly words can get into our everyday speech? 5 years ago, I would not have used the word yeet to describe what I just did to that boss. And yet, that's exactly what I did. I yeeted him off the cliff, off the platform. Actually, I'm not entirely sure where yeet originally came from. Why are you at 1 AM out here? Hadvar still stuck outside? I mean, yeah, no, Hadvar's gone.
From the college?
Very weird. Oh, yes, I did bring a drink with me. Thank you.
I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store. Yeah, an ornament. I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister. Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. The Riverwood Trader is back to the way it used to be.
It means to, like, throw or fling something away. Well, yes, true. I remember Leets from Anarchy Online. I don't know where it comes from. It's something that the kids, at least in English, the kids are always talking about. They yeeted something off over there or whatever, and it means like exactly what we did, throwing something or knocking something over, pushing it away. I think it was originally something that was to do with a computer game in which you could, you know, knock someone away. And it's only been the last few years where the word has really been around. I want to check and see if that means I have... Yes, Dragonborn Gallery. Okay, so I have done the investigation of Bleak Falls Barrow, and that... Maybe that's going to be good. Let's... I know I could fast travel to Whiterun, but I'm not going to. Because I do want a little bit of time to pass. Really? Well... That's strange, because I've heard it used in the context of, you know, as I said, yeeting something. Maybe it, yeah, maybe it was Top Gear. I don't know.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with... I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Yes,
Come to...
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. He's in the most immediate danger. Dragon is lurking. Mountain.
Send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
I don't think I've seen the Armory of Tamriel mod.
Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done... Here. There. Come. Let's go find Farin. My court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons.
We need to convince her
of dragons.
How much? Yeah, I got plenty of carry weight.
Your brother is the Jarl. You know I can't question his judgment. I'm not asking you to defy them, just to open his eyes. Do so.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
It seems this damnable conflict is... Well, when I say fetch... You see, one sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside...
Let's watch...
But I began to search...
Watch Balgruuf run.
...about dragon. I, learned...
Here he goes.
Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find... Ah! The Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already... That is...
Farengar.
Wow, look at that robe. Are you a wizard?
Oh, there's another one of these spinning wheels here. I didn't realize that. Can I take any of these books? Oh, I can. More unread books to fill up.
So, Irelef tells me you came from the Western Watchtower? Yep.
Fill up the library. Yeah, the Brits do have some strange sayings. Okay, I must look into that one at some point. I don't know if it's got any tie-ins to the Legacy of the Dragonborn mod, because this has like a museum that displays all of the original armor and weapons in the game. And in fact, it's supposed to do the Creation Club content as well, but I'm having trouble getting that mod installed. I may actually have to go to a different installer. What? Here. What did I take? It must have been one of the books. I didn't see any of the books saying that they were... They were stealing.
There's no time. I want you to... You, but I haven't... And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, normally you do, because with the book... Oh yeah, you're right. It's not until you look down the bottom there whether it says take or steal, and I really wasn't paying attention to that. And there was probably just one book in that lot that I wasn't supposed to take. Normally I wouldn't even bother looking at any of these, but it fills in the library in the museum. So I figured, well, I will grab all of these books. That one I've read, that one I haven't. That one I haven't. So none of those indicated they were stolen. So if a guard comes and arrests me now, I'm going to be extremely upset. Oh, I want to disenchant that armor if I can. And I can. How much of my gear? I don't have boots enchanted yet. I do have gloves. That's right, I didn't have a decent enchantment for my boots. College boots. No, I still don't have any decent enchantments for it. I was going to enchant some stuff before I went and did the dragon, but let's not worry about that. Ah, well. Yeah, as I said, I've tried to get the Creation Club content to work, but I can't get the... I generally use Rybash to install... Well, not generally. That's the only thing I use to install mods is Rybash, but I may have to try mucking around with one of the other mod handlers, because for some reason Rybash is not... Even though Rybash does support the FOMod style installers, the file that I download with the Creation Club patch stuff for Legacy of the Dragonborn does not detect properly in Rybash as being a mod that it can install. It just says you can't do anything with it. It's just a bunch of files. And I don't know why. I don't know whether it just needs to be repackaged slightly or what it is. Okay. Where are we going? Over this way.
No signs of any dragon right now. It sure looks like he's been. I know it looks bad. We've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what
Ah, okay, that sounds interesting.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
How am I doing on the charges on that staff? Very low. That'll do for the moment.
Let's save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes. Find cover and make every arrow count.
Damn it, I missed. I can't get a soul gem out of him anyway, but... Oh, and then that missed as well. Did that kill him? No, but that did. Excuse me. No, I don't think I've seen that one either.
Good. You're finally here.
So what happened at the watchtower? I knew I could count on Dragonborn. What do you know about the Dragonborn?
No, it's always done that. It just depends though, because I think sometimes the death animation for the dragon gets screwed up and so it doesn't say it. But it's always done the Dovahkiin no. Or at least in special edition and onwards. Now maybe you've got to have the Dragonborn DLC for the dragon to say it. I don't know. I don't know if it happened because I never owned the game 10 years ago, but I don't know if it was back all the way back then, but every time I've played it, it doesn't happen every time, but there's nothing special I've installed that did it.
true. Masters of the if you heard the summons, what else could it be?
Actually, let's not even bother doing that. We're going to, I was going to, oh, I've got to be outside to use that. Oh, can I don't have to be outside to use the teleportation spells. Did I not pick up the Solitude teleport? I didn't. What the? I know exactly where it is too. Well, that's silly. I'll have to go and get it now. I was going to try and use one of my teleport spells and see if I've got enough magicka with the Mage's Focus, but I guess I'm going to have to use the Dwemer Compass instead. Travel to the gallery, please. No, I didn't pick it. I don't think I picked it up. The thing is, I've been... You know, I did a bit of a practice run of this the other day, and I've been getting a little bit confused as to where I've been up to in this run because I've been remembering what I had done in the practice run. So let's just quickly go out and get that Solitude book. Either that or I didn't learn it and instead I put it in the library, but I seriously doubt that. We will see. If there's no book in the trough, the little pig trough type thing in the little market here around the well, then because it'll be right. No, I didn't pick it up. There we go. All done. The really annoying thing about this is I could have gone and sold some stuff just now, but I want to come here first and use the sorter to make sure if there's anything that I should be putting away. I think I've set up a Discord channel, but I'm really terrible and I don't use it. And I really should. Oh, there you are.
What can I do for you?
Nothing for the moment. I'll come back to him in a little bit. Let's use the prep station and it'll take anything we've got. Waiting. Sorting. And no, still sorting. I'm going to have to gather some supplies because I can now... Oh, 20 new items added. That's very nice. I can now make replicas of the Dragonstone and that Golden Claw. I need a gold ingot and I need quarried stone. Quarried stone is technically not that hard to come by, but it's in select locations which I have to go and find. Riverwood is one of them though, so that should be fairly easy to get. Gold ore is a different story. Well, gold ingots, sorry, is a different story. I can go to the Coalskigger mine and get plenty of gold and smelt it into ingots, but I've got to go there first. But once we do that, we'll be able to have that over there. I doubt we added anything new to any of these. No. Oh, I didn't check to see if we made any money from donations. 24 gold, isn't that nice? And then up here, there won't be anything here yet. We've already got the couple of lunar weapons and a smattering of jewelry. We don't have any masks or anything like that yet. We only have that Drake sand there and nothing else. The gallery of... We've probably actually got a few things in the Gallery of Natural Sciences without even thinking about it. Although, hang on, no, I think I've got to put stuff in here myself, don't I? I think. I don't think it does these automatically. Yeah. And then there's various dragons, none of which... Yeah. Is there just like a normal... I can't remember. No, there's no like just straight, simple dragon. Ah, I think some of these... It's not even showing me what that is. I think some of these fish are coming out of my inventory if I've got them, but that might be it. Fertile soil, I can plant stuff up here. And then there's all the supplies. I'm not going to worry about this part of the hall too much at the moment. I don't have any more paintings to put up, but eventually we will. And then this... I don't remember what this hall is. Hall of Heroes. No, that's... No, we're in the Hall of... Where the Hall of Heroes is back out there. This isn't the Daedric. I don't think. Oh no, this is the Dragonborn Hall. That's right. This is like all of the things that I accomplish. The shrines that I've prayed to. The standing stones that I've used. I have uncovered some archaeology stuff, so that's why that's active. And that's pretty well it at the moment. Now there is also the hidden Hall of Secrets down here. I can't remember if this hall automatically has its item placed, or if I have to place them manually. Oh, okay. Ask Orion about the hidden room. He will fix this up later. And it will become... Oh, no, hang on, is this... I think it is the... Yeah, no, this is the other display area. It looks like a meeting room at the moment, but I guess he will change that at some point. I don't really like that room down there, the Hall of Secrets, because it basically only shows like the nefarious things that you have done. So, you know, if you join the Dark Brotherhood, if you join the Thieves Guild, if you become a vampire, that's where a lot of those things get sort of shown off. I got no interest in doing any of those. Actually, what I've worked out is there is something in the menus, I'm pretty sure, in here for this checklist. If there are things in here that you do not want to go and get, so let's say I don't want to go and get any of these items in the Daedric Gallery, I can just check them all off here and it will actually place them and say that I've got them. So if you wanted to, you could load this mod up and then just sit in here and spend an hour clicking on absolutely everything in this checklist, and you would have the museum fully stocked with everything in it. I am definitely not going to do that, but I may do some things because I'm going to look at them and go, I'm definitely not going to go and do that. So this one then is, I think this is the, is it, oh, I didn't actually look. What does it say? This is the Daedric Gallery, right. So any Daedric artifacts get shown off in here. And then over here we've got the Hall of Oddities. I would not be surprised if we've got a couple of things in here already, but no, it looks like we don't. Obviously, we're not odd enough just yet. And then Hall of Lost Empires. So Thalma, Dwemer stuff gets shown off in here, and we don't really have any of that at the moment, so I don't expect to see anything in there just yet. I do want to pop down to the armory and just have a quick look and see how the armory is looking, because to me that's always a pretty good gauge of how you're going overall, although you do get a lot of the stuff in the armory pretty early on. You know, I've got an orc sword now. We've got a fair stack of the iron stuff. I don't know why we don't have iron gauntlets. I would have thought we were pretty close to that. We got some steel stuff. We've got a lot of the ancient Nordic stuff. And down properly rather than trying to jump and be silly. Down here then, we got the hide, the leather, and some of the hold armors, Windhold, Whiterun, and then the Imperial heavy and light armors. And then there's the armor storage there, where you can take stuff out, put it back. Blah, blah, blah. Right, let's go back up to the safe house. Because I'm sure I got a lot of stuff to put away. I got a lot of books to put away as well. Actually, let's go to the library and do that. I don't have to... Wrong way, Tony. I don't have to go to the library to do this. There's multiple places where I can drop books off and have them sent to the library, but it's the only place you can sort it. Me, Imperial or Stormcloak? I used to be very, very Stormcloak, but they, well, not Stormcloak, not the Stormcloaks in general. What's his name is just a nut job. And so I won't follow him anymore. But I mostly do the Imperial quest, the Imperial start at the game, because you get access to Alvor and all of his, Ulfric, I mostly do the Imperial start at the game just because you get access to Alvor and all of his stuff when you do. Ah, yeah, look, there we go. Rising Threat, the Song of Return. We're getting some of the books here.
Wow, it couldn't possibly be that old, could it?
And then eventually the Dragonstone will go there when I get the copy of it. That's enough for now. we've done all of that. I have some cards to put away. I have some soul gems to put away. And then a lot of stuff to sell. I wish I could get access to the selling stuff in here, but I don't have it just yet. I've done both. I've played all the way through as both Stormcloak and Imperials. You know, I just think Ulfric's a nut job. I sympathise. I'll say that. You know, I understand where Ulfric is coming from. But well, technically, yes. If you, it depends on how you mean neutral. You don't, like, if you don't do either of the Civil War sides in the game, then, you know, as you know, when you get through to a certain point of the main quest line, you have to do the meeting at High Hrothgar, where you get the two sides together to form to set up a truce while you handle the dragons. So that could be considered a neutral option there, because you're not really taking either side, you're getting a truce between the two sides so that you can get rid of the dragons. When you start the game, can you start the game and be neutral? It depends. There is apparently a way that when you go up that first tower and Alduin breaks a hole in the side of the tower and you jump out, apparently there is a way that if you time it just right, you can jump and land on Alduin and get knocked back onto the wall, the outside wall of the tower. And there's a tiny lip that runs around, and you can run around that lip and jump onto the actual exterior wall of Helgen and then jump over that wall and get to the ground. But you are still tied up. And I've seen somebody do it, but I can't remember what they were if they were able to do anything after that, because I don't know how you get your hands free once you've done that. So it's technically that way you can leave Helgen without taking either side. But it also, if you go quickly enough, you can technically, well, actually, no, you can't technically leave Helgen if you go down through the dungeon and everything. You do have to pick a side when you go in. If you use the alternate life mod, of course, you've got more options and you don't have to pick a side. You can just start, and you can, like I did here, because I didn't start the normal way. I did the Guildmaster start, and I came to Helgen from the outside, and basically there was all these people around walking to and from Helgen when Alduin burst up out of Helgen and flew away. At that point, I had to go into Helgen and read a book, but I could have then turned around and just gone straight to Riverwood and talked to someone there. And there's actually 3 people in Helgen that you can talk to. I don't know if most people know. You can talk to Alvor. So that is essential. He's an Imperial sympathizer, or however you want to put it. He is affiliated with the Imperials because that's who Hadvar brings you to. You can talk to Raylof's sister, whose name escapes me quite right now, and that is essentially the Stormcloak starting option. But the third person that you can talk to is you can talk to the Bard, and if you talk to him, he will also ask you to go and warn the Jarl about what has happened. And technically, if you do that, you probably haven't picked a side. You've just done it. So yes and no, you sort of can do it without picking a side, but at the same time, you sort of can't. What am I doing here is I need to get my chest out because I have a whole heap of stuff in there, and I'm just going to take it all and then go into the sorting chest, and we're going to put those in the sorting chest. We're going to put all of those. I'm going to put... what else? I'll keep the painting and go and hang that up. I don't think there's much else that I'm going to be putting in there, you know. Why? Oh, Thief must have been in the box. Okay. That's really it, which means I've got a lot of stuff to put into the chest. How much stuff? Yeah, not too much, but enough. Wait, yeah. Soldier armor. That's plenty of stuff. I can banish that for the moment. I don't think any of this other stuff that I've just got is enchanted. Very good, Saint Salvius. It's Tim the Enchanter from Monty Python's Holy Grail. Or Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I suppose, is the technical thing. There was a slight clue in the last episode because I put an iron helmet on and looked at myself, and if you see Tim the Enchanter, he has a helmet that looks a little bit like that. It's got these curly horns on the side of it, but they curl around more than once. You know, they do a full turn, whereas those horns just sort of do that. But I went for the grey beard. Tim, I don't know if Tim the Enchanter has receding hair, but yeah, that was where Tim was from. Tim the Enchanter from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Back to my novice hood. There we go. And that's right, I didn't have anything to... Wait. I didn't have anything to disenchant, so we're going to get out of that. But we do have a actual soul extractor here, so let's see what we can put into the soul extractor. That should give us something. And that's about it. You have the Google power. That's how you worked it out, eh? Yeah, okay. Let's extract that soul. Let's see what we get. A common and a lesser. So, a common and a lesser. Need to get those filled up with the right size souls before I do anything else. Did I have any empty soul gems in there? Just some petties. I better take all of those. And then there's the soul transmogrifier, where I think I can join souls together to make larger ones. Excuse me, it seems to be a thing now. I sneeze in every stream. I blame it on the construction work that they're doing next door. The new apartment that I've moved into is literally right next door to this big construction work they're doing in our city to build an underground train station. I can literally look off my balcony. I'm 7 floors above the ground, and then I can look down in this big hole that they've dug. I mean, it doesn't look like a round hole. It's a big square thing, and they've cemented the sides and everything, and it goes down. I think I've guessed it goes down about another 9 stories. And I can look down and see them working down in there. But it throws up a lot of dust everywhere. And Brisbane. And actually, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was yesterday. They actually did 2 blasts, explosions, because they're, starting to go into the rock at an angle now. They're not just digging straight down, they're starting to dig across. And so they had 2 blasts go off, one early in the morning and one in the afternoon. And man, did this place shake. It was good. I loved it. But yeah, I didn't hear the siren warning for the first one. I get SMS notifications of them, so I know when they're going to happen or about when they're going to happen. But they also do a siren outside, and I didn't hear it the first time, but I did the second time, and I got up and I was just at the sliding door on my balcony when it went off, and I'm like, man, I'm glad I wasn't like halfway through opening this door, because it shook so much from the explosion, and I'm sort of thankful that I wasn't at the edge looking over, because my glasses could have dropped off, or I don't think there would have been any shrapnel, but if there was, it could have come flying up towards me. So it was probably better that I didn't do that. I'm not going to do that. And I've gone and talked to the Jarl. Why is that mission? Whatever. Yeah, let's go back down and talk to Orion. The first explosion, the second explosion just seemed like a muffled boom. I mean, it was very close, and it went off, and it rattled all the windows and sliding doors and everything. But it was just a single boom. The first one, though, it seemed to last about 10 seconds. It was like multiple blasts all at once. And I can actually see this. I think I know the second hole. I can see it from my balcony. I can't see the first hole, but I can definitely see the second one, because after the explosion, I continued and opened up the door and went out and had a look, and I could see all the dust rising up from where it was. Oops, didn't mean to drink that, whatever that was. Find Orion. He can be found in the Dragonborn Hall. Okay. That's upstairs.
How can I help? Oh, the Hall of Secrets. I had all but forgotten about it, to be honest. When we broke ground on the foundation of the museum expansion, we accidentally broke through into a sealed-off chamber that was built under the Pelagius wing of the Blue Palace. When I asked them about it, it apparently used to be some sort of panic room for Pelagius when he was in one of his more violent manic episodes. They sealed it off long before the rest of the wing and forgot all about it. I asked for permission to use the room as a bit of a secret storage vault in case Solitude was ever invaded. I would store the relics there and lock down the museum. They gave permission, and I had the tunnel finished and access in the hall made. Certainly. I suppose if you are ever in need of a place to store items of a more questionable nature, that room would be ideal. I'll go ahead and outfit it for you, but I'll take a nobody asks, nobody tells approach to it, and you do with the room as you like. And I won't plan on taking any tours down there either. I should have it all cleaned up for you by tomorrow.
All right. I'm going to do something really quick that's going to be of benefit to the Dragonborn Hall. And that is, Solitude is actually quite well situated for one thing and one thing only. It has that chapel, temple, whatever you want to call it. Why did I go to the map? That has shrines to all of the gods in it, barring Talos. And I've already used the Shrine of Talos back near Riverwood. So if I come in here and go and activate every one of those, that will finish that in the Dragonborn Hall and show that I've seen every one of those. And I probably could just fast travel back to the other 3 standing stones at the start as well, and go and click on both of those, because that would make sense to... Ooh, more books to read. That one... Magica, that's the one I want to come back to. It's the Shrine of Xulanos. This one, I don't think... where is it? Blessing of Akador. Regenerate. Oh! No! Magic. Oh, I want that. No, I want that. Faster regen is more important than more Magica in my books. That's Talos. Zenithar. Arcay. Stendar. Akatosh, my man. There you are. Wonderful. Am I able to read all of these? Oh, damn it, they're steals. How annoying. Right, so if we just come back to the Dragon Gallery now, I want to go back up and check, but I should have all of that section done in the Dragonborn Hall. And more donations. What are we up to? 97 already. Not many of them are anything special, though, because most of those 97 are just standard weapons and armor. See, just up here. We have all of those done. So that is good. I need to get some more standing stones done too, though. Right, what did we have here in the way of... Locate the dagger of Sycamus. Simicus. That's on Solstein. Okay, raising the dead, I could do that, but that's not really moving me forward in this quest line. I probably should get this done. I probably should do this. That's... Well, I mean, this is not going to put me forward in the quest line, but it will something that I'll be able to put up in the... What's the name? Speak to the Greybeards? No. Ask, or I've done that. So why is that mission still there? Do I have to wait until once it's ready tomorrow? That mission will probably disappear. That's good. Let's see. I don't think I'm at a point yet where I'm ready to teleport. But we'll try it. Teleport to the College of Winterhold. Yes! I just have enough. All right.
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
What were we talking about? I haven't been here for the last day and a half.
Not going... I admire your restraint, but there are times when you must make decisions, even without all the facts. You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Is that so?
Strange that the something practical that we learn is also something safety.
I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? Well, then this should be... Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward.
And I actually don't need to use the ward. I can use the Staff of Hasadoki for this.
Anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. You have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you. Good. Take a look.
Alrighty. Actually, I don't think there's anything I really wanted from him at the moment. Although I'll buy Stoneflesh. I thought I was wanting to speak to him because I wanted the Mage Focus spell, which is an alteration, but he doesn't have it either, and I've already found it now, so this really wasn't all that important to do. Oh, there's an apprentice hood, though. No. I will leave that alone. We do have some stuff to sell. And we can fast teleport to Riverwood, but it doesn't make any sense because it's the middle of the damn night. So instead, if we use our Dwemer compass, we can travel back to... Oh, and it's got to be outdoors. Right. So annoying. Yeah, I had a brief look at it on Steam. I didn't... I know I'd seen it before because I'd marked it as ignore. I go through and... Yes, teleports are instant. I go through the curated list thing that they have, not always daily, but, you know, at least once a week, and anything that's in there that I'm not interested in, I mark as not interested, so I don't have to see them again. I had previously marked that as not interested, but I've had another look at it. I don't know. It looks... there was something about it that I wasn't sure on. I think the main thing was probably I'm just in this real single-player, first-person sort of rut lately. I know it's definitely a rut. And that's probably what didn't appeal to me. But I do have it marked now for me to have more of a look at. I think I actually technically put it on my wish list, which is, if I put it on my wish list, it means that I'll probably have another look at it at some point, particularly if it comes on sale. So, yeah. I don't think I've got anything here that I... Oh, there was a painting I didn't put up, wasn't there? Go and quickly do that. Yeah, I think that was the other thing. about it, at least right now, that was sort of a little bit against it. Yes, it looks medieval, and it actually bills itself as being a medieval game, and that's nice. But it's because so it reminds me a lot of a bit of a cross between Battle Brothers and oh God, what is it? Battle Brothers and Mountain Blade. Sort of, I mean, they're both, Mountain Blade and Battle Brothers in a way are very similar anyway, but yeah, that's the sort of vibe I get from it. And part of the thing is, I want something with magic in it. Just being able to be fighters doesn't seem quite as appealing to me at the moment. I'm in a real magic sort of kick. Like, sure, I had another look at Black Geyser, you know, everyone's talking about it at the moment. I don't know if it's for me because I'm not sure I like the whole greed mechanic, and it's got a very dark feel to it, and I'm a little bit over that at the moment. But the one thing that looked interesting is the new mage classes in there, although I did feel like they were, I've seen people do some sort of like starting playthrough type things of Black Geyser, and the issue I seem to have with it is it feels like at least early on, magic users are just pointless. They've got, you know, one or two abilities, but the cooldown on them is so long that, you know, you'll spend if you don't build your magic, your spellcaster with a sling or something to do damage from range, you're just going to stand around at the back waiting for your cooldown on your spell so that you can cast it again, type of thing. It makes them feel so useless, and it's something that I've always had a problem with mages from since day one, you know, 30 odd years ago when I was first doing role playing, you know, D&D and stuff. It was like you play a mage and you're a first level mage in D&D in those days, and you got one spell a day that you can cast. And so you've got to make the decision, when am I going to use that thing? And the rest of the time, you're useless. Now, these days, it's very, very different, and they've got, you know, well, 20 or 30 years ago, they came out with the next versions of D&D. So I'm actually talking 40 years ago, almost. The first time 35 years ago. Sometime after I first picked up D&D, the new rule sets came out, and they came out with the idea of cantrips, which were quick little spells that you could cast as many times as you needed to all day long. But they had a rule in those early days that cantrips couldn't cause damage. And so it still sort of made them useless. And it still made your mage, particularly when you're a very low level, feel kind of useless, because you can still only really do your magic a couple of times a day in combat. Like none of the cantrips were supposed to be anything that you could really do in combat, although people would find ways around it. Like there might be a cantrip that makes a little floating light or something, and they would try and use that as a distraction in combat and all this sort of stuff. But then they finally came out, probably 20 or so years ago, they came out with the rules that, yes, we're going to make it that you can have cantrips that do damage now, and you can cast those all day long. And that was great, even though they did very little damage. They did like 3 to 4 points of damage when, you know, most weapons are doing, you know, 6 to 8 to 10 points of damage depending on what weapon you're using. So it did like the same damage as a dagger, but it did something, you know, and it made a mage feel useful. And I think that's probably my biggest thing I have in games these days. If they make the mage feel useless at level 1, I'm really not happy with them. And that was sort of what I got from when I was watching people play Black Geyser. Now, I think, St. Salvius, you said you had a copy of it, so I'd be interested to hear your take on it and whether you agree. I don't know what character you would have started with, but yeah, I'm over these games that give you a starting spellcaster who, I mean, it's fine for your clerics who can run around with a mace and bash people over the head, but if you want to play a mage, a pure mage, you're pretty much screwed for the first 4 or 5 levels of the game, because it's not until you get to like level 4 or 5 when you've got, you know, 5 or 6 spells that you can cast per day. It's not like 5 or 6 spells that you can cast all the time. No, you have 5 or 6 spells, and that's all you can cast until you rest. And I know in a lot of older, you know, a lot of games, you'd scum that by sleeping all the time, right? But that in itself doesn't seem realistic, and it's one of those things that, you know, in the pen and paper role-playing games, that's something that the DM would sort of really have a go at you for. And if you tried to do that as a party, you tried to save, you know, you tried to sleep all the time so that you could get all your spells back, well, he'd start throwing all these random encounters at you if he was a decent DM. And those random encounters would hurry you along and make you realize that, no, you know what, I can't afford to be sleeping all the time. So, yeah, I do keep an eye out on a lot of games. I just, at the moment, I'm struggling to find ones that I might like, and I do occasionally buy something, and I'll have a look at, but I haven't sort of put it on the channel because I look at it and go, yeah, that didn't really do it for me. Like I bought, not Space Hulk, is it Space Crusade? Whatever the one is, they're making version 2 of it. And, you know, it's the Warhammer 40k, and I bought that, and I started playing it a little bit, and I went, yeah, no, it's not quite me, even though it's not first person, but even though it is a, you know, run around and shoot type of thing, and it is single player and all that stuff, it wasn't doing it for me. So, I don't know. I bought another one, which I'm not going to mention just yet because I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, I'm struggling to find something else that really grabs my attention at the moment. Can't do anything with that. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Forbidden Legend, no. I'm going to go to Solstein to do that. You know what? Let's come over here to Catler's farm. No, it wasn't Necromunda.
Wow, look at that robe. Are you a wizard?
Yeah, I am, kid. It was, if I'm honest, Warhammer 40k Space Marine Anniversary Edition was what I bought. Will I play Baldur's Gate 3 when it's finished? I won't say no definitively, but when it's finished, if it is ever finished, I might. But I really hated that game. What I played of it when it first came out. And unless they've done a lot of work, I don't think I'll ever get all the way through it. I have a copy of Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, and I started playing Divinity Original Sin last year or the year before, and that was what sort of helped solidify my distaste for Baldur's Gate 3, because I really didn't like Divinity Original Sin 1, and I know a lot of people have told me Original Sin 2 is a better game, blah, 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 but there's just some fundamentals in the way, after having, no, it wasn't game crashes, it's fundamentals in the way, I can't think of the name of the company that makes it now, but the way that company makes their games, every single encounter in the game feels like a boss fight. It's a case of, you can, like, Baldur's Gate 3, maybe not every single fight, but, you know, a vast majority of them, you're always out. Larian Studios, very good. No, my game didn't crash here. I was trying to find the name of the Warhammer 40k game that I bought recently, so I came out to come back in. So I came out to have a look at it, and now I'm going back in. The way Larian Studios builds their games, every fight has you outnumbered by opponents that are higher level than you, and it's like, I personally cannot get through not most fights, but there's a significant majority of the fights in Baldur's Gate 3, where, and the same with Divinity Original Sin, where I've got to do each fight multiple times to learn what it is I've got to do to survive, because, as I said, you're always outnumbered, you're always up against opponents that are more powerful than you. Like, the biggest thing about the Baldur's Gate 3 release was the maximum level you can get to on that is level 3. And if you study the rules and all of the skills and all that sort of stuff that are available in the game, you can start to see, even before you get to level 3, you can start to see some enemies that are using level 4 or higher abilities against you. Like, you look at it and you go, I can't get that ability until I am beyond level 3. And this opponent's already using them against me, and I'm not even at level 3 yet. And then, you know, at level 3, you're still struggling to beat that opponent. And I'm very much against that, as far as, actually, I didn't want to do this yet. I'm very much against that in games. Like, one of the reasons why I probably will never play Dark Souls or Elden Ring is I'm just not into games that are punishingly hard all the time. I don't have a problem with games that have a hard mode in them and that, you know, you can turn the difficulty up. More than happy to do that. Is there a pickaxe around here that I can... Yes, there is one down there. So I don't have a problem with that, with games that, you know, have a decent difficulty level and then you can ramp it up as you go along. But games that are made deliberately to be hard, I don't like them. And that's what Larian Studios seem to produce. And quite frankly, it was not Baldur's Gate 3 in my book. It was Divinity Original Sin 3. Because it was after having... Damn it, I thought there was a pickaxe down here. After having, like, I played what I did play of Divinity Original Sin, I played that directly before Baldur's Gate 3 came out. Right? And so I went from Divinity Original Sin and, you know, hating that with all of the problems I saw with the game, straight into Baldur's Gate 3, or if I didn't go straight in, there wasn't a big time difference between the two, and it felt Like, all of the mechanics in the game, everything felt like I was playing Divinity Original Sin again. All they did was just modify the classes a little bit to call them D&D 5th edition classes, but they really weren't. They weren't, like, some of the classes weren't actually implemented the way they should have been, and it was because of the fact that some of the, you know, just the way that they had, the way the classes and everything worked in the Divinity engine were different. And so when I looked at it, I felt that Celasta Crown of the Magister was a better 5th edition D&D game in general than Baldur's Gate 3 was, even though, you know, you could look at it and say, well, the graphics in Baldur's Gate 3 is a little bit better, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I might agree with you in some ways, but overall, I look at it and say, no, by far the better game is Celasta Crown of the Magister. Now, unfortunately, I haven't finished that either. I just haven't been in the mood for that sort of game at the moment. But, yeah, I don't think I will be... I may give it another go. Like, I have, just a couple of months ago, I can't remember exactly when it was, but just a couple of months ago, I pulled out Pathfinder Kingmaker again and was playing around with it offline. And I've never finished that game, despite the fact that I have about 100 videos on that game on my channel. And in fact, that is the thing that made my YouTube channel what it is. Not that my YouTube channel is anything spectacular, but, you know, the vast majority of the 2,000 subscribers that I have on that channel are there because of the why can't I, god damn it, my brain is going to mush at the moment. The Pathfinder Kingmaker content that I've got on there. So yeah, and you know, part of the reason I stopped playing Pathfinder was the fact that I felt the game had some major issues with pacing, and I started playing Wrath of the Righteous, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and absolutely enjoyed the first chapter of that game right up until the point where they introduced this new mechanic that you've got all of these other godly power, you know, ungodly powers or whatever they were, and that just lost me. I wasn't interested in that at all. It was like, nah, you can keep all of that stuff. That's not for me. I don't care about that. And
Proudspire Manor. Now there's a fine home.
yeah, so I don't know. Which game did you try and make a magic sword swinger in?
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafingar's people will always be safe under my rule.
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial...
Wrath of the Righteous, yeah.
Superstitious nonsense.
Did you play a Magus?
Tempered reaction might be called for.
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well.
Because the Maguses, the various subclasses of Magus are my favourite in that game. Although, if I was to go back right now...
Be quick. I had you figured for a mage.
Yeah.
I think you'll appreciate this.
If I was to go back right now and start... In the frame of mind I have right now and start another Pathfinder Kingmaker playthrough, it would be a mage of some sort. I mean, you can say it's, you know, Maguses and mages as well, but I mean a pure mage. I am looking for electro mining. and liquefaction, which I now have, so that is good. I might as well get Cure Disease while I'm at it. I can technically afford Conjure Spectral Horse, so I'll get it, but I don't know. Actually, there's somewhere I can get that for free, wasn't there? No, there wasn't. Maybe not. Let's just get over here. Actually, I won't bother with those. Is there any of these I need to make ready yet? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, that one. Summon Spectral Horse. Let's put Pride of Herstag there.
Yourself, and always remember, the world is ripe with people.
I've got what I came for. I better get back to Dragon.
Yeah, see, even though they do more damage with crossbows and stuff like that, personally, I don't think I would waste my time with that now. I would stick with a pure mage and I'd just be using cantrips early game to do damage. You don't do a lot, but... And I know I did a playthrough of that when I was playing Pathfinder. I have stuff to sell, don't I? Yes, let's go and sell all this stuff. Wandering around just chatting and not really concentrating on the game at the moment, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
I've got a little work if you're interested.
Two for a veteran.
Hello, I'm Gisley. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
Yes, and that is definitely something that you should do. But what I'm saying is, while I would get those skills that help you with ranged attacks, as a mage, you need them, which is a little annoying, but I can see the reason for it. I just wouldn't necessarily actually buy
let me just drop Take a
a bow and use it. I just want to use spells purely. I'm looking for the captain's boots. Thank you. And my favorite mage gear, which is the Vagrant Hood and the Vagrant Robes.
Finally.
I have some Grand Soul Gems back home, don't I? Let's go and do this. Actually, no, what am I doing? I'm all over the place here at the moment. I was going to get some stone so that I can make a replica of the Dragon Stone. So let's get out our electro mining.
this about the stables? My husband gamed it.
Couple of seconds gave us 32 quarried stone. Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, Saint Salvius, that is what you should do, because the bow, whether it's crossbow or normal bow or whatever, does more damage than your cantrips. But me, being a bit of a contrarian, I would actually be playing just using the cantrips just because I would want to be a pure mage who doesn't sully his hand with, you know, mundane weapons. What's the Star Wars quote? Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. You know, a weapon for a different time. I don't know. I can't remember the exact words, but that's how I feel about magic sometimes. If it was real. Okay, that's enough for me to make the Dragonstone. Let's head home. I need to go to Markarth so that I can come up here to Kolskiga Mine and get gold, which will then allow me to come and make that. But I won't do that. No, I will do that. I'm right here. Let's just do it.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals.
Yeah, a more civilized age.
Where do you want to go?
Markarth.
And we'll be off.
Okay, we're all set.
Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was built by the dwarves. I don't believe a word of it, though.
I want to go in... Well, let's just wait a few hours first, because it seems pointless to be going in at 2 in the morning and seeing all these people in the market. And if I'm going to do this, I'm going to need appropriate spells. So let's put flames and sparks, because if I use my normal electro blasts, I'm going to kill everybody in here with collateral damage, and they're all going, excuse me, to then attack me.
By the gods, that... Thank you. Here.
Come on, get it over with.
You all right? Did you see what happened? You don't have to... Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note.
Yep.
Important.
There wasn't really anything I wanted to do in here now that I'm here, actually. Because I don't have anything to sell. I mean, if I've got spare money, I could buy some grand soul gems, but I think I've got enough. Because I can also disenchant the stuff that I've got and get the souls back out of them. So let's just come over here. Oh, hang on. Where was it in Markarth? Trying to remember where the spell is in Markarth. Is it up there somewhere? No. Not up here. Pretty sure I found it. Just having trouble remembering where it was now. We've done everything up that way. It's not there. Oh, is that it? No. That is a book I haven't read. It's not in the bucket. Not in there. It's not there. Maybe I haven't found the Markarth one before. Thought I had though. I can always look up online to find out where it actually is. But I try not to. It's got to be out somewhere where it's visible. They don't chuck them in like... Wow. Oh, wow. I never even noticed that was there before. There you go. You learn something new every day. Nothing there. Nothing here. Ah, there it is. I don't think I'd actually found that previously. Alright. So, we got that. Let's go and do Coalskeeger Mine so that we can get some gold. And I can make up a gold ingot. And keep a few spares because I'm sure we'll need them for some other replicas that we might need to make at various points. Which reminds me, I probably should not sell like various ingots and things like that I find I am going to need some resources, leather and wood and various metals to be able to make the replicas. So I should probably care for that now while I can.
Coalskeeger Mine is lost, friend. Was. Hopefully Skaggy will send word. I'd be grateful, but I wouldn't go there if I were you. There's a whole group of them with axes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel if you're in a fantasy world where there is magic, then, and you know, magic can do a hell of a lot, then why shouldn't it be able to do everything? Like, I remember there was a bunch of, I used to have hundreds of novels, paperback novels, and a lot of them were set in the Forgotten Realms, which is where Baldur's Gate is, right? And so there's various stories that are read over the years, and there was this one series of stories about this trio of companions. It was very weird. The main character, or the first character you meet, is this woman who is an apprentice mage, and she is really scared of magic because she's scared of how much damage the magic is going to do to her physically over the years, because she's this tiny little thing and she's very very pretty, and she misuses, well, her master becomes, her master gets killed by somebody. I don't remember what the details were about. But her master gets killed right at the start, and so she has to then learn to sort of survive by herself, and she's going through all of his gear and she finds these rings of magic wish. Oh, yes, I did forget to visit the best farm, didn't I? Anyway, she gets these rings of magical wish, and she uses she inadvertently, while wearing the ring, which is a stupid thing to do, she's trying to pick up the saddle for her master's horse, who talks. She's got a talking horse. She tries to pick up the saddle, and it's too heavy, and she goes, I wish I could pick this up easier. And, of course, she then grows massively into this really hulking woman, still very pretty looking, but, you know, a full-on bodybuilder type of thing. And she is very upset by that. But then, not long after, she meets this young cleric who falls madly for her, and she thinks that he's having pity on her and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, they also then meet up with this third guy who is a ranger, and they're the three that are in all the stories together. But I found it interesting that in one of the later stories in the series, as a group, they're living in this city, and there's so many mages in this city, and they've all got so much power that, you know, there's two guards standing on the city wall in the rain, getting just completely soaked, while these two mages just float by, basically levitate, or flying essentially, but they're levitated above the ground, and they have some sort of magical shield that's keeping all the rain off them.
Can't hide from me.
But that's because I don't need to hide from you, because you're just a forsworn archer. So yeah, and it was little things like that in these stories where, you know, all this magic is just being used for common everyday things. Like, why would have? And one of the things earlier on in the story, before the girl changes with the wish, she is cleaning her room in the wizard's tower with her master. She's cleaning her room, and she she realizes it's taking forever to clean the room, and there's got to be an easier way. And then she remembers she's got this cantrip, and she uses this cantrip just to levitate all of the items that are on the shelf so that she can dust underneath them, rather than picking them up one by one. She can just levitate them all, dust, and then bring them all safely back down again. And that's the sort of thing that I think, you know, that's what magic should be, even in, you know, in some of these games. Like, that's why I've loaded so many mods into this, so that, you know, particularly in the last playthrough as well, though, why should I have to... Oh, did we get everybody already? Damn it, I was expecting there to be another Forsworn in here. Yeah, you should be able to do pretty much everything in the game. I don't want to pick locks, I want to use magic to pick locks. You know, I don't want to, I don't want to have to put on warm clothing. I want a spell that can warm me up. Electro-mining. And we're done. At least on that one. Maybe we'll just do it one-handed from now on. Because that was using a hell of a lot of magic very, very quickly. So that vein's depleted. I have to go back that way anyway, St. Salvius, to finish this quest, so I will be able to go to the best farm in Skyrim. read that book yet. So that means that's something I can go and take to the library. Would that make it any easier? To get to that gold? I don't think so. Where's the second one? It's still in there. There we go. That helped. Magical mining. So much quicker and easier. Another book I haven't read. Oh, good. I am very close to a level. I'm just thinking I need to put some points into dual... I need to put a point into dual casting alteration, because that will allow my light spell to last longer. I'm carrying too much? That's crazy. It's only gold. It doesn't weigh much. Certainly not when I can carry... 200,000 gold coins on me and they weigh nothing. Somehow. Yeah, I don't know why you'd like that name. That'll do. Banish that. Now... I believe that's all the gold in here. So let's get our liquefaction going, and that is a dual cast spell, and it takes a minute to warm up. And let's make all of these gold ingots. Beautiful. Have I run out of charge on that damn staff again? No, it's alright. Good. Okay. Teleport to Markarth, please. What do you mean I can't cast that? What do you mean you don't have enough magicka? I've got Mages Focus running. It's right there. Is it not? Oh, no, that's the Blessing of Akatosh. Don't mind me. Cast this first. Now we can teleport to Markarth. Wait for it. There we go. 11:58. And we arrive 11:59. So, practically instantaneous transport. I mean, I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure it was the same day. So... Go, Salvia's farm discovered.
You drove the... Thank you. We'll head back to work right away. Take this. It's the least I can do. Divine smile on you, friend.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone feed the chickens before. I didn't realize they did that. Yeah, I find it a little strange they didn't put teleports in the game either, really. And there's a lot of other like utility spells in some of these mods. Things like water breathing, walking on water, or even just faster swimming, faster running. A lot of those sorts of things that would have just been... I think I know the reason. A lot of these things were what in previous games were in the mysticism class, mysticism skill, and they took that out. I don't know why they took it out, but they did. I think they wanted to just have like is it 6 skills? Conjuration, alteration, destruction, restoration, and 5. They wanted to have the 5 skills in each of the 3 areas. And so they had to make, they had to pick and choose because they wanted that level of symmetry, I think. And so they basically, I think that's the reason why they got rid of a lot of those, whereas these mods just put the spells and some of the concepts back, but they're in different areas. Excuse me. Than what they would have been previously. Okay. Travel back to there. No, I don't want to put a return. Let's go this way. Come down here. Oop, wrong way. I want to make these first. There we go. So we've made those. I'm going to manually go and put those away because there's a little bit of satisfaction in that. So Dragonstone first. There we go. Do I have any books to put away? Yep. And the Golden Dragon Claw, which I'm pretty sure is over here somewhere. Ebony Glark Gold, right there. Very good. Okay, back into the office. It's at 1 in the afternoon. Let's get out our chest. Just grab all of that. And put it all away. Nine new. That didn't take very long at all. Hang on. Is that still doing? Or is that the book still sorting? You're carrying too much to run.
You're back. Wonderful. I trust things fare well. I found an odd weapon from a Dunmer trader, and it turned out to be something rather impressive. Here, have a look, and place it on display if you like.
Recording complete. Thorn Blade. It's a sword, causes 5 points of extra damage effective against undead. That will be going away. I'm going to go and find where that goes, though. So let's put those away. All of this fur armor junk. And forsworn stuff. I keep the gloves. This iron armor. Miner's boots and miner's clothes. Go. Ganache the chest. Okay, Thornblade. I'm pretty sure I know where this went. Fairly certain it went in one of these sections over here. Right there. Okay, and let's go back up to our safe house. So, do I want the disenchanting font or not? For the moment, let's just have a quick look. I've got 5 black soul gems filled with grand souls. So that's a good start. I definitely need to enchant the captain's boots with Fortify Destruction, even if it's only going to be like 11%. Let's rename those to Zap Boots. And that's a level. Damn it, I said I was going to put the next point into dual casting alteration, but oh, I can't go there. Well, that's actually good. Okay, I will put it in dual casting alteration. We also need to put one over there as well. Okay, so that's right. I want to do the robes and the hood. So if I go the vagrant robes and I go destruction and the black soul gem, I rename those to the zap robes. Okay, and then the vagrant hood. Or do I go a circlet instead? Just for something different. Sure, why not? And another fortify. Hang on. Oh no, I can do fortify destruction on that. I forgot. Yeah, don't worry. I'm just not with it today. Black soul gem. That's going to be called You guessed it, a zap circlet. This just puts them all together at the bottom of the list. That's the main reason why I'm doing that. Let's just cancel that for a sec. So, if I put on that, and that, first of all, yep, that's fine. Secondly, we're also wearing cloak. Now, get rid of those. I'm not using that anymore. I should still... Oh, look at that. Technically, I should be using that, because that's better than that. Damn it. How many more gems did I... That, I don't worry about. So there's that. And there's the other two. How many more Grand Soul Gems have I got? 2. Let's have a look at this. I can't remember if this gives... The disenchanting font, it tells you when you first click on it what it does. And what it does is it removes enchantments from things so that you can... Yeah, I would believe that. The disenchanting font removes the enchantment from things, but I don't think you get the soul gem back. And you're supposed to only use it on things that you have enchanted. That's why I'm considering doing both of these, the necklace and the ring, so that I can re-enchant them. And then it's just the gloves and the cloak. Although I'm tempted to do the cloak and say the ring. So if I put that into the disenchanting font and dispel the enchantment, and then I search the font, yeah, I get that, but I don't get the soul gem back either, which I can sort of understand. That would be a little bit cheaty if you could. And apparently, you really should only use this on things that you've enchanted yourself, because it might break the game. So, for example, if I was to do this on the Novice Robes of Destruction or the Novice Hood, it might not work properly. Yeah, it won't let me do it. And I think they put that in because of that problem, that it broke things when you tried to do it. Okay, so I think the idea is it doesn't know what to roll that item back to. So if I take that Imperial Cloak now and put my Fortify Destruction on it and use one of these Black Soul Gems and rename that to a Zap Cloak. And then we take that and we use the Fortify Destruction on the Silver Ring, and we rename that to a Zap Ring. There we go. So overall, this is a reasonable way of doing things. It just means we don't get the soul gem back, but we can just basically use this outfit from now on if we want, and just keep re-enchanting them, disenchanting and re-enchanting them as our levels go up, so I don't have to keep buying and selling new boots and robes and blah, 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 blah. I've got all the gear that I'm ever going to use. I just sell... I just need to buy or gather Grand Soul Gems now is really all it comes down to. and I can have my gear when I do that. So that is good. We'll sell the rest of that. Need to get that filled with something better. That's not too bad, but that needs to be something better. Actually, I need to grab those 2 common, that lesser, and all of those petties. I want all of those as well. Yeah, I know there's good money in selling the old gear, but I am going to make so much money. Like, I remember from the last playthrough that I did here, because I don't have the chest yet, but I have a chest that I can summon, right? Because I have a chest that I can summon, I can basically loot everything. And when I get to that point, very soon there will be a point where I'm able to use this sell pile here. And so basically, I go downstairs, I see what will go into the library. Then I come back up here and I just go to the sell pile and I just throw everything in this crate that I do not want to keep. And then I can come back in there and store those other things that I might want to keep. Like, I'm going to do that right now. You know, I want to keep... where'd all the gold ingots go? Have they already been taken out of my inventory and put away? They have. Okay, so there's all the gold and other stuff that I've found recently. So yeah, I can do all of that. I can just go down into the museum admin room, whatever it is, put away all the displays using the automated thing, come up here, chuck a whole bunch of stuff into the sorting chest, and anything I don't want goes into the sellable chest, and I just make ridiculous amounts of money. And sure, I could have taken all those items and chucked them out to be sold and enchant up new items, but I still get the same experience for enchanting up the new items, and I've got so much money coming in anyway that kind of feels like I don't need it. I wanted to get all of those soul gems though, because I want to recharge this, and I want to do it with some decent sized soul gems, and there we go. I've done that. So let's put away the soul gems I'm not using. Keep that on me. I'll put all of those away, and I'll keep that one on me for the moment. Right. I'm not sure I know what's next, to be honest. I don't want to do that. Meet Tolfdir outside Sarthal. No, no. No, I've done that. Investigate the Golden Legend. I could. No. Like, that one, I had to go to Solstein. I could find Red Eagle's sword. What I might do is let's go down, find where Orion is, and he will give me some quests to retrieve certain items. It feels like sometimes the items he gives you are way above your pay grade. Oh, you've turned up.
Must be the benefactor of this collection. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Avram Shazir. Orion hired me as the guard captain for the museum. With the collections growing so quickly, he needed another set of eyes to ensure it's all well protected. I intend to also hire additional guards as the museum continues to grow. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. I answered a notice he had posted. We sat down and talked for a while, and I suppose he felt I had what it takes in the end. Hammerfell, originally, of course. But I've been here in Skyrim for a couple years now. A little of everything, really. I just left a job as a dock warehouse guard in Dawnstar. It was quite boring. I wanted something a bit more dynamic and interesting. Going well enough. Caught that boy trying to climb on one of the displays in the natural science wing when he thought nobody was looking. Just gave him a long, cold stare, and he was on his best behavior for the rest of the visit. Nothing much to report. People are behaving themselves. Orion runs a tight ship around.
Yeah. That's the same question over and over again there now. Donations, 21. Not a lot. We get more than that eventually. I should just push the button and... yeah, I will. I'll look in the book and find out where Orion is. Yeah, he's in the library.
What time is it? I haven't seen the sky all day.
I asked you to go and search for stuff and you didn't. Because you're still here. Oh.
Do you have a question? Well, he's... who wants to work hard at... Of course. There is clearly more there to know, but it will come out in time, I'm sure.
Ah, here we go. I have way too much stuff.
Yes, I'd imagine with all these relics you're finding, you must be bringing back lesser items tenfold. I think I may be able to help you with that, though. I have many contracts in the trading world, in case a rare or unique artifact surfaces. I can make arrangements to liquidate your surplus spoils. I would most likely only be able to get about 30% of the value of the item to start, with the merchants willing to pay a bit more after we've proven the worth of your goods. Also, the merchants would like to see in person any enchanted items you are made if they are able to pay premium for them. So, continue to sell those yourself, but they will purchase any found relics with enchantments, sight unseen. Very well then, just put anything you want sold into the sell cart in the safe house, and every day I'll see to it that some of the items get sold off. And
that's what we want.
Proceeds of the sales in a lockbox on the desk by the safe house door. I'll start selling things off in a few days, so you have plenty of time to sort through your wares. Good day. Oh yes, I have in fact been researching the location of an artifact of interest. If you have the time, you could investigate it. I'll mark the location on your map. Let me know if you uncover anything. See you around.
Alftand? Oh god. Rightio. Here we go, into the Dwemer. Actually, let's go up and just chuck any stuff we've got at the moment into the sellable chest now, because that's going to work for us. I still haven't seen hide nor hair of the chest, the enchantment spell that I had previously. Let's see, there's the lockbox now. So, what can we put in here? We don't want that, that, those, or that. And did we have anything? Pretty sure we did have some stuff in this chest. Yep, quite a bit actually. Damn it all. At least it wasn't actually immediately selling it, because that would have been even more annoying. Then I would have either had to load a previous save or buy it back. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is, rather than immediately go... I'm not entirely sure if I only get 30% of the value of the items in the sell box. I know he said something along those lines. That's initially. I think you do get more than that eventually, but I think that might be the default that you get when you sell to merchants anyway, initially. Not entirely sure. I just know that it's way more convenient. I don't care if I'm not getting the same amount of money. The convenience factor is just such that I would much rather just chuck it in that sell box and not have to worry about it. Okay, we should have a whole heap of stuff in here. Lots more fragments. I don't think I've got any more perks. No. What can I do with the archaeology workstation with all the fragments I've currently got? Nothing. All right. Okay, it took all those fragments out of my inventory, obviously, and put them in there, so that's fine. Talk to you.
Can't complain. How about you? Just make sure you bring me anything interesting you're trying to offload from your not getting into trouble. Are you sure you have everything you need?
I am positive.
Good day, Guildmaster. How's your day faring?
That somewhere in here, or somewhere around, was the spell book.
What do you need?
Or the magic chest that you used to get here. I'm almost thinking it was outside here somewhere. You know, I don't really expect it to be in a fish barrel, but I don't know, I just felt like somewhere in the Explorer Society was where I got that book.
Yes? What is it? Fantastic, then.
Explorers Guild ring. Okay, I think I already had one of those. Steal from the chest. Quartermaster's Ledger. I don't know what that does. I try activating it and it doesn't do anything. Where did she go? Oh, there she is.
Yes, Guildmaster. Latoria was with Professor Maracidi using it on ruined, unreadable books. It only works briefly, so Latoria can but if you bring enough ruined books, Latoria thinks about 20 at a time should suffice. But bring her all you can find, and Latoria will give you a copy of whatever she finds. Oh, some rare books, spell tomes, even a possible treasure map or two. What do you think? Excellent. Latoria eagerly...
Maybe that's how I get the teleport, the chest spell and the teleport spells that are built into the game. I don't know. It's bugging me now because I know I relied on it so much in the previous playthrough.
What can I do for you?
Nothing at the moment, thank you very much. Let's go and... Well, hang on, we got to go to Ulftan, don't we? Where is that? Try to remember. Oh, joy. I just go to Hobbs Fall Cave and then work my way up from there. But I also feel like something a little bit quicker and simpler for now would be good. Although, ruined books. This is kind of silly, but if I teleport to Riverwood and then go up to Bleak Falls Barrow, I think there are some ruined books. Actually, I could even go through. I haven't done Embershard Mine yet. Not that I think it would give me many ruined books, but I just don't want to start Elftand because that's going to go for quite a while, and I don't want to be... You know, I think that's another hour and a half, probably, to go all the way through Elftand.
If those Whiterun guards can take down the dragon, so can we.
Okay, there's not a huge number of books in Embershard Mine, but let's go and do Embershard. We might even actually mine some ore while we're in there. Got my spells out because there is a good chance that the wolves will have respawned. Nope. We're good. I could go backwards through the mine, but no. Yeah, all the teleport spells cost the same amount of magicka. And they're all technically novice spells, which is a little bit cheaty. But they actually use, like, without any alteration benefits, nothing like that. They're about 270 magicka normally. But I can get that down to 220. Oh, only took one hit. Well, that's fine. Don't know if anyone else is noticing it, but there is a I'll show you next time I do that mining. There is a slight color change in the rock once it's been depleted. So see how there's these little coloured parts in the rock? As soon as you see those go dark, it's depleted, even if the notification up there hasn't caught up yet. Okay, no Meridia's beacon there, which was good. Done. Don't know how far away I can be. I can be quite far away and still... Whoops. Oh well. Didn't need to cast this again. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Big enough explosion, right. Whoops. Right. There. Okay, didn't kill him. That did. I wasn't quite ready for him to be there. And he came up the ramp. That. Already done that, so I'm not going to get anything from that. I'll get the linen wraps because they're useful. Can't open that because it's a different quest. Electro mining. I wonder if I can get... I got that one from all the way over here. Alright. Go. Going to need unlock. Wonderful. Nothing I want there. Grab that. That's all I want from in here. What did I just do? Oh, I sorted them by level. That's what that was. Sure. Let's do the liquefaction while we're here. And we've got a bunch of iron ingots that we can now use. That's right, there wasn't any books in there.
Well, hey.
I don't think there's going to be many ruined books in Bleak Falls Barrow. Now that I think about it. That's the only reason why I'm coming back here, is because I want the ruined books. Wait. But we're going to have a quick look. Won't take long to run all the way through again. It's not like there's going to be anything new in there. Everything should be dead. Didn't even notice that painting sitting there last time. You're kidding me. One wrap is enough to push me over the edge. I can't carry any more. Nope, just wraps. I think I'm going to find more linen wraps than I am books. Wraps, 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 but no books. Perhaps. Definitely seems strange that there was places where you would expect to see books and there weren't any. Excuse me a second while I kick somebody out for... spamming. Pretty sure there's none down there. Though someone will tell me I'm wrong. This is an area where I would normally... Oh! Never noticed that potion there before. Must remember that that's there. So I would have expected books back there, because that's basically a bookcase. But no. Yeah. Starting to see that again. The bots coming out of the woodwork. This is another area where you'd expect to see some books ruined, burned, whatever. But no. And then here as well. Be another prime location. I think this was a wasted trip. I mean, I got lots of what's the names out of it, but no books. Lots of linen wrap, but no books. Yeah, plenty of linen wrap. Oh well. Oh, a dragon. Yeah, I know. I'll do that in a sec as soon as well, I guess I can take on the dragon down here just as easily. I think he's going to fly away, to be honest. Okay. Come on then, worm. There you go. Where's this Corundum Moor? I know there's one over this way. Somewhere. Right there. There's the other one. Alright, I guess that was a bit of a mission failure there. I was hoping to find some burned and or ruined books. And we didn't. So we're going to head back to the gallery. Yeah, the staff is really nice. I mean, a touch OP, but really nice overall. Didn't actually pick up much that I didn't want to keep there. So we want to put all of that away, and those away, and those, and those. Hopefully. Don't know if the linen wraps will come over here into the leather. I've got a funny feeling the linen wraps are the one thing that it's not going to want. It's probably going to end up in the clutter chest or just stay in the sorting chest. Not sure, but I can make cloaks out of them. I don't need... I said I was going to use that Imperial Gold cloak, didn't I? How does that look? Does look pretty good. But so does that. And I actually prefer the look of silver over gold. So we're going to sell that one. Did that sorting chest finish? It did, and it didn't like the linen wraps. Well, that's fine. Might put them in the clutter chest. Oh, we want to equip that. And it's in there like that. Let's quickly go down. We have a couple of paintings. And what better time to hang paintings up in the hallway than 3 in the morning? I think that was all the paintings I had. Yep. Right. Let's go to the bedroom so that I remember next time to sleep before we do anything. Okay, I think this is... Okay. Ignore that for the moment. Yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I really feel like I need to sort of do the quests that Orion is giving me, like this one here, to get things moving along in the quest line. Which means that in the next episode, we're going to go and do Ulfthand, and after that, we might even go over to Solstheim and see if we can find any hints about the Dagger of Symmachus. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I hope you're having fun. I am, and I will see you next time. Bye now.